Have you ever wondered why some people seem to hit their stride like long after everyone else has gone to bed? You know, we tend to slap labels on them lazy, undisciplined. But what if there's something much, much deeper going on? Let's peel back the curtain on the secret world of the night owl.
I mean, just let that sink in for a second. This one idea completely flips the script. It suggests that staying up late isn't about running away from the day's responsibilities. It's about running towards a very specific, very powerful state of mind that the daytime just can't offer.
All right, so first things first, we've got to tackle this big myth head on. For forever, society has kind of looked down on people who stay up late. But is that really fair? Or have we just been completely misunderstanding how different brains are wired to work?
And here it is, laid out plain and simple. On one side, you've got those tired old stereotypes, right? Lazy, undisciplined, procrastinator. But on the other side, well, that's a whole different story. We're talking about a search for focus, a deep creative drive. And get this, it might even be biological. The reality is just so much more interesting than the myth.
So, if it's not about being lazy, then what is it really about? This brings us right to the heart of the matter. This hunt for a unique kind of quiet that lets your brain do its best work, completely uninterrupted.
And this is the treasure they're searching for: cognitive silence. Now, this isn't just about finding a quiet room. Oh no, it's way more than that. It's about freedom from the mental noise of the world. No email pings, no social media dings, nobody expecting you to reply right this second. It's a space where your brain can finally, truly breathe and get into that deep focus zone.
To really get why someone would go looking for cognitive silence, you have to understand what they're trying to escape from. And that is the absolute chaos of the modern day.
Just think about your typical day for a second. From the moment you wake up, your brain is fighting this constant battle against something called sensory load. It's this never-ending fire hose of information, notifications, and demands that you have to process and filter out all day long. Honestly, it's exhausting.
And wow, this chart just says it all, doesn't it? Just look at that difference. During the day, our sensory load is through the roof. We're almost maxed out. But then, as the world goes to sleep, look at that nosedive. That load just plummets. And that, right there, that's the perfect environment for your brain to stop playing defense and start doing some real creative work. And here are the usual suspects, right? We all know them. It's the constant email alerts, the endless scroll of social media, that feeling of pressure to always be on. Every single one of these things is a little paper cut to your focus, making it practically impossible to get into that state of deep thought that you need for the really important stuff. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. For a lot of night owls, this isn't just a simple preference. It's not a choice. It's literally hardwired into their biology. You see, many night owls have something called a delayed sleep phase. All that means is that their internal body clock, their circadian rhythm, is naturally shifted later. So telling them to be super productive at 9 a.m., that's like shaking a morning person awake at 2 in the morning and asking them to solve a complex math problem. It's just not when their brain is ready to perform.
So what's the goal here? It's something called circadian autonomy. It's really just a fancy way of saying you have the freedom to work when your body is naturally at its peak. For a night owl, this means leaning into those late hours, not as some kind of character flaw, but as their own biological superpower.
So when you put all these pieces together, the psychology, the biology, it's time we completely reframe how we see the night owl's world. It's not a place they go to hide, it's a destination they travel to on purpose. I just love this phrasing, the night as a sanctuary. Think about that, a safe, protected space, totally free from the noise and chaos of the day, a place where your thoughts can finally stretch out and big ideas can actually come to life without being interrupted. And in this sanctuary, you find these incredible gifts. Suddenly, that uninterrupted deep work is actually possible. All that social pressure to be online and available, it just vanishes. And in that quiet space, creativity finally has room to play. These aren't bad habits. They are the superpowers of the night owl. So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. What if we've been looking at productivity all wrong? What if the real key isn't about cramming everyone into the same 9-to-5 box, but about helping every single person find their own unique window of cognitive silence? Just imagine what we could all achieve then.